continue.
Hey everyone, so today I'm making a video like so much different than I usually do. I will not edit anything. I'm gonna be recording like everything like straight up. Some of you guys already know that I did stop YouTube for a while. I have not been doing any live streams. I have not been doing any videos. That will continue that way, okay, at least for a bit. But this Eon duo, that's what they called, Latios and Latias, Overlords, they came out. So just making a quick video to explain you guys what is going on with these guys and why do people are so hyped about them. There's a little bit of misinformation about them as well because the skills are not correctly translated, but I will try to cover everything. So we will go through skills, we'll go through team suggestions, and we will go through special interactions, like do they protect you from mummy, do they protect you from burning, from confusion, frozen, etc. I will show you everything of that in this video. So okay, let's get started. We have Overlord Latios and Overlord Latias. The main thing that makes them so special is the passive. So let me just bring up some tool that I forgot to bring over here, and there we go. Okay, here's my little tool. So they have this passive over here. In the beginning of the battle, all of our allied dragon type and psychic type increase the defenses by 30%. And for Latios increases the attacks by 30% as well. So this basically means that, well, at the beginning of the battle, so they do not need to move for your opponents to get this buff. But there's also something special about them. Sorry for like me misclicking everywhere, but that's how it's going to be today. So Overlord Latias, when they are both in the field, over here it says if there is Overlord Latias in our team, but this is a bad translation. This means Latios, okay? So if they are both on the team, they also get 100% skill power and the 50% defenses for 3 rounds as soon as the battle starts. And this actually means as soon as the battle starts. So, for example, we have a video over here which shows Zygarde solo, and you guys can see the defenses around 120, and we have the physical attack around 180. And with these stats, I'm going to attack the crystal with the ground type, and you can see that the damage was around, this is like what, 4 million. The damage was around 4 million, right? Now we go and put them with the duo. Putting them with the duo, we can see that the defenses are increased, okay? So the defenses were increased, so that means that Latias passive over here is triggering, is activating before they even move, so they don't even need to move for that to happen. And your attack is also increased, but this small attack increase, it's because of this first part of Latios' passive. So let's go back to the video, and since we have 100% skill power increase and 30% attacks, we are doing more than double of the damage. This does not mean that every single person will do like double of the damage, okay? But this is a huge boost for any dragon or psychic type Pokemon. You're getting the skill power boost and the 30% from Latios. So you guys can already see that having two Latios and Latias with the dragon or psychic type Pokemon, it's a massive buff for anything. And okay, so moving on, still according to the passive, they refresh this buff, like all of these buffs, like the skill power and stuff from the Latias will refresh every time that Latias moves. So it says in battle at the beginning of each round. So this means that every time that Latias moves, the buff will be refreshed. And Latios have a even better buff that also activates at the beginning of the round, which is also what makes this duo insane. Which basically is all of your Pokemon are immune to be controlled. That's the first part of the buff. And the second part, and when being killed by the first attack, all of our Pokemon revive with 10% HP. So, it makes your Pokemon immune to control. For example, we are going to see over here. So, over here I was against Kira. Raikou used his Plasma Bath, right? This should paralyze my Pokemon. First of all, that should paralyze my Pokemon. But as you can see, it only says immune. It's immune to control, okay, because paralyze is a control, but it's not immune to debuffs. Because as you can see, our speed went down because Raikou just debuffs your speed. So it's immune to control, not immune to debuffs. Control is frozen, paralyze, confusion, any kind of status that would deny you from moving. And now we see over here, by the way, this is a 131 million team against 2 million Latios. So as you can see over here, they survived with 10% HP. This means that this part of the passive, saying that when allied Pokemon is killed by first attack, all Pokemon revive with 10% HP, this part of the passive activates even before you move. You don't need to move and you will survive with 10% HP. We will get into the better part in a bit, but we die anyways because, let me see if I can get it over here on the... yeah, over here you guys can see that Resonance Black Curum triggered Thunderstorm, which is the Thunder set, gives you extra damage in an area. But still, you guys can see that Dialga survived because Dialga had a shield. So Dialga took the attack on the shield, and then the Thunderstorm would kill Dialga, but he survived with 10% HP because of Latias passive. And you can see over here as well, it says that Echo Dialga triggered Eon Blue, free from death. So Eon Blue is the Dialga skill. And on top of that, since Black Curum moved, Dialga should be frozen, and he did not get frozen. Let me see if I have a video over here. Yeah, for example, over here, I only did put Lati... Which one is this one? I think this is Latias. Yeah, I only put this Latias over here. And as you can see, Dialga is frozen. And it's paralyzed as well. So, yeah, they both need to stay in the field. So you need Latias and Latios to give that immunity. You need both of them over there. Okay, more. What can I explain more? Let's go back to the Pokemon themselves. So we saw the passive. I will talk a little bit more about Eon Blue in a bit, because it says in the battle at the beginning of each round, it refreshes Eon Blue. I think I will show that like at the end, so that you guys can understand a little bit more about what is going on. First of all, just let's finish the skills real quick. So these guys are supposed to be more like supports. If you go through the other skills, they are not that big of a deal. They have a buff increasing the 35% attacks, and Latias will increase... it will not increase your defenses, but you get a Guardian Soul and it will remove your debuffs. Over here it says that it dispels all debuffs on a random Pokemon except Overlord Latias and Overlord Latios. But this is another mistranslation. Okay, so we can go over here and shield all. Okay, we can go over here and see that nobody in our team has a shield, right? nobody over there has a shield. I'm going to use the shield skill of Latias, and you can see now everybody has a shield. So that's kind of a bad translation over there. The same is going to apply to Latios' buff. So Latias says that it does not give a shield to Latios, but well, that's fake. So Latias will give a shield to everybody, and Latios will also buff everybody in our team. Okay, then you have like those small moves that honestly they don't matter much. The only thing that it's kind of interesting in these Pokemon is the ultimates. So the ultimates have 150 skill power, and it says it can deal higher skill damage when user has less HP? A question mark? Okay. Okay, this one has less crit, but the one that it's the most interesting is Overlord Latias, because it gives you a total of 50% Reaper damage if the enemy was already attacked by Latias or Latios. And if the Z skill over here, you don't need them to be attacked by Latias or Latios, you will do 50% of the target's HP in Reaper damage. What is Reaper damage? Basically, it's like true damage. Like, does not matter the amount of HP and defenses that the enemy has, you will be doing that 50%. Now, what happens over here that I want to show you guys? As you can see, I started with Latios. And Latias is the one with the Reaper damage ultimate. So Latias attacked Mewtwo over here, right? Attacked Mewtwo and took off the shield. And now, after taking off the shield, Latias is going to use ultimate. But, as you can see over here, you did not do 50% Reaper damage. Why does this happen? This happens because you cannot attack through the shield. You have to take off the shield first. Okay, so your Latios or Latias needs to attack the Pokemon directly first. You can see like now, Latios will do a group damage skill. It will attack Mewtwo. And now, the Latias, if Latias uses the ultimate over here, it will do much more, because it will do just 50% of the HP and true damage. Now, since I wanted to test something out, there's somebody on Facebook that asked me like, do you need to wait a little bit, like, does this skill have cooldown? How can I explain this? Basically, you don't need to attack Mewtwo in the last round in order to do that Reaper damage. As you can see, I'm basically just burning time, seeing if I can survive for long. There are many rounds that are already passed without me attacking. Mewtwo was already attacked like so much, and now, finally, that I am moving with Latias, and I'm almost dead, I still try to risk myself and not attack once more. Now with Latias, finally after so many rounds passed, do I still deal that 50% Reaper damage? And the answer is yes. Even after like a couple of rounds passing, you still did the 50% Reaper damage. By the way, the Reaper damage does not ignore shield. So basically I took off the shield HP that he had, and also a couple of HP. It's still Reaper damage, it's still 50% of his HP, but it was not with a shield. Okay, now to the things that matter the most. A lot of you guys probably are wondering, what does this protection is about? Having the Overlord Latios is basically like really amazing. It will give you like immune to being controlled and being revived. But how does this affect your Pokemon? For example, let's go, I already showed you the Frozen. Let's go let's see something that a lot of more like top players are concerned about. Mummy. Are you immune to Mummy? The short answer is yes, you are immune to Mummy. As you can see, my Mewtwo now over here has the Mummy, right? So since Mewtwo has the Mummy, I'm gonna attack the Mummy. And now Mewtwo is moving, and as you can see, as soon as Mewtwo moves, you can see the immune. Immune means that Mewtwo should be confused from the Mummy over here. But since he's protected by Latios, Latios is still alive, right? He's protected by Latios, so basically the moment this happens, he's immune to the confusion. The passive never disappears though, so he will always have the passive, but he will be immune to the confusion that the passive of Mummy gives to him, you know? Now, let's see if my Pokemon die. I'm not sure what I recorded over here. Okay, nah, I just gave up. Okay. That's okay. So, Mummy, you be immune to the Mummy, but as soon as your Latios or Latias die, that immunity is gone. Related to poison and burn, there's some poison, for example, from Overlord Lord. Poison, as I said a while ago, cannot be removed, and I mean, it can be removed, but you are not immune to the poison. But the question is, if there's an Overlord Lord, the passive from Overlord Lord is that you cannot remove the poison. So right here, I'm using like Overlord Latias, and since Overlord Latias can use the shield, I think, yeah, this is the shield. This is the shield one. It's supposed to remove all the debuffs and stuff, but as you guys can see over here, my Latios is still poisoned because he attacked Guzzlord. So, even though you are not immune to the poison, and even though Latias is supposed to remove all the debuffs and stuff, it will not remove the poison because of being an Overlord Guzzlord. But it can remove the debuffs though. So let's check out the burning, for example. You can see that my Pokemon over here is burned by the Ho-Ho. And the more I progress further, Ho-Ho attacks me again. So I get those 2 stacks of burn. My Latios even is going to move. And as you can see, like, he still has the burning. So the only way... since I'm not immune to the burning, the only way to remove the burning is with the Overlord Latias. Using that healing ability, the burning was removed, okay? And let me see. So we got burning, frozen, Mummy. And honestly, related to videos, I think we've seen everything already. Now... The best part, okay? Let's check out the best part. We will get into a battle and I will explain you guys how the invincibility works. So in the beginning I said that the Overlord Latios gives you that 10% HP invincibility, kind of similar to a Ho-Ho set, a Ho-Ho buff. So how does this work? And this is the best part, okay? This is probably what makes this Overlord Latios and Latias most likely the best duo that you can get in your mid game, at least. Okay, so over here, gonna attack our... Okay, I attacked Kabalion. It's okay. As you can see over here, the power difference, this guy is 3 million. So this Mewtwo is 3 million. He should die. And he did not die because of the passive. How can you see the passive? You see these golden things over here? This is Eon Blue, which is a passive from Latios. As long as you have this, it means that you are protected. So I had this on Mewtwo. If you go back on the video, I had this on Mewtwo. The moment that Hoopa attacked me, I did lost that, right? But the moment that Latios moved, I got at that again. So I have that invincibility every time that Latios moves. Now we had Zoroark moving, right? Zoroark took off this from my Mewtwo, and then Hoopa was able to take the remaining HP bar from my Mewtwo. But now I have Latios to move again. I have this on Mewtwo again, right? I have the invisibility, the golden symbol over here. Let's try this out again. Oh my god. I was not expecting to one-shot him, honestly. Okay, let's let's just finish the battle and try to watch like one more time. I was honestly not expecting to one-shot that Hoopa over there. Let's try this again real quick so that you guys can understand what is going on over here. But pretty much that's the most OP thing. Every time that Latios moves, he gets the invincibility again for the whole team. So as you can see, we start with this, right? Let's attack. Let's attack. And boom. Now, Hoopa will attack everybody. Everybody lost the shield. And now it's Overlord Latias moving. Everybody's 10% HP, right? And you guys don't see that golden thing here anymore, only the blue one. So, since that's not happening, let's do a normal attack, okay? And now, it's our Mewtwo moving. And next, it's our Latios. So the moment that Latios moves, you will see that everybody got this golden thing again. And what does this golden thing mean? Let's try to attack again our Hoopa to see if he gets the thing. Okay, he did not kill Mewtwo. Mewtwo is still 10% HP. Let's try to just shield our Pokemon. Making that enemy Hoopa attack again with an ultimate or something. And as you can see, my Pokemon do not have, except Latias. Latias was not attacked, so Latias is the only one that still has the thing. Oh, okay, important thing. You don't need to... You only need to get damage to lose this protection. You don't need to get enough damage to die, okay? So if you are attacked once, you lose this protection, the immunity to, well, the undead effect. Now that Latios moved again, we got the protection again. Everybody is with a golden protection again. This means, well, now that our enemy Hoopa will attack with the ultimate, nobody dies. And as you guys can see, this is basically perfect. Mewtwo was attacked by Zoroark, so he did lose his golden protection. I mean, no, everybody lost the golden protection from the moment Hoopa used ultimate. But now, Latios moves again, golden protection is over here. But now, Mewtwo got attacked, so Mewtwo got single target attacked. You can see that there's no golden protection anymore, but there is still on Latios and Latias. So, as you can see, you don't actually need to die to lose that protection. You only need to be attacked. Oh, and over here, we had Zoroark attacking. I think that was a Thunder proc, not sure. And even with Zoroark attacking, we're still Gucci. We lost the protection, but as soon as Latios moves, you got the protection again. Okay, you guys get the point. As if you have your Latios fast enough, you will not die, basically. So, this makes me think that this Overlord Latios and Latias, it will be exceptionally awesome for those players in the middle game. If you are looking for a Pokemon to survive in Monster Riot, if you have any kind of Ghost or Dragon type attacker, put them with Overlord Latios and Latias. And one little thing that not many people think about is... So you have Overlord Latios already with this protection, right? So it already gives you... Oh, wait, this is Latias, sorry. This already gives you the protection to control. So that means that you do not need to have Safeguard. You can basically use Speed Boost to keep up with your Pokemon, to be fast enough so that your Latios moves a lot, so that you are always basically not dead. So, okay, moving on, just finalizing this video, if you guys... Any kind of attacker over here works. So any attacker that is strong, that is psychic or dragon type, you can put over here in the middle and it will work, it will do anything. You can put Lugia, you can put Zygarde, you can put, I think, Dialga and Palkia, but especially Dialga. It's one of the Pokemons that benefit from this buff the most, because Dialga just debuffs himself with his attacks. You have Overlord Armor Mewtwo. Honestly, I think this will be one of the best Pokemon that synergizes very well with this duo. If you are like some kind of a starter, if you have like your Origin Giratina, does not need to be Overlord. I'm using an Overlord over here, but for example, your Origin Giratina, you do not need to use your own buff. You can just put Overlord Latios and Latias and having Giratina. It will be very awesome for you. Like if you are in your mid game, early game, and you don't want to spend much more in Pokemon, because Latios and Latias are Pokemon that you can catch on the mist, so they are kind of easy to get. They're kind of cheap to get and build, and you don't need much more. And Giratina you get for free, and just need to pay to evolve it. So yeah, even Overlord Armor Mewtwo, I mean Overlord Mewtwo X, I mean, can be like very strong over here. I'm not sure if I would prefer to have him in a fighting team, but this is like, the buffs that you get from this is massive, and Mewtwo is already one Pokemon that hits like so hard. If you have a Rayquaza, also works. If you have an Ultra Sun, can also work. Like there are some players that only have one Ultra Sun or only have one Ultra Moon. Ultra Sun can work, but Ultra Sun, at least Ultra Sun has a little bit more possibilities related to teams. But if you are one of those unlucky guys that only have an Ultra Moon and you do not know how to play your Ultra Moon, I would honestly suggest to try this team out. You will get like a lot of buffs in your Ultra Moon. Ultra Moon will be immune to control, which when Ultra Moon is alone, she's not immune to control. So yeah, any Pokemon that you can put over here that is Psychic or Dragon, if it is your main hitter, it will do a lot. Okay, and all you gotta do is keep your Latios fast enough so that Latios can refresh his revive effect, and your team will be always healthy. And you have Latias always shielding your Pokemon every time she moves. That's basically it, because the skill has no cooldowns, so it makes it even more awesome. Speed boost on both of them, that should be enough, and having one main attacker. So yeah, sorry if the video was a little bit long, guys, since it's not edited and stuff, and it's not much organized, but it's full of information. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and see you guys on the next video. Peace.
Press start.